Hey everyone, it's Tuesday night, so I'm going to upload this right after I record it. Sorry if you hear trucks. I'm in a Pilot parking lot. I'm actually in Jacksonville, and so you'll get the regular upload tomorrow. But I kind of wanted to go back to, I was watching, I haven't watched her in a while, and it came up on my YouTube channel, and her name is Tiffany Thinks. So it's all one word, Tiffany Thinks. And she's young. She's only, I think she's about 30, in her 30s. And she has colon cancer, which is what my brother had when he passed away. So he passed away at 61 just a couple years ago. And that's what pushed me out on this journey. And from the title, I have nothing to lose. I kind of wanted to go back to like where I started on this journey, and that the reason why. So I don't look at my subscriber number anymore, because I'm human, and just like anyone, you look at it, you gain subscribers, you lose subscribers, and then you're like, oh, it's like a numbers game, and that's it. It's a game. And I don't want this channel to be about that. I truly want it to be about my journey. And so, you've been following me along my travels and stuff, but she reminded me that I want to take it back to why I even started this journey. And, my sister passed away at 42 from cervical cancer. I was 28. My brother-in-law passed away 10 years after that. He was 52. He had a brain tumor. My dad passed away right after that. He had congenital heart failure. And then my brother just passed away a couple years ago from colon cancer. And they were all in hospice. And I remember when my sister was in hospice, that I looked at her. I was the only one in the room. And I was looking at her, and she was so young. She was 42 with two young kids, 12 and 9. And I thought, I wonder what she wished she would have done. So every time, the rest of them were in hospice too. So I was always sitting next to their bed. And you're pretty much waiting for them to die. And you don't want them to be in pain. You love them and you want them to stay, but you want them to go because you don't want them to suffer anymore. And, and that's the thing. And I don't have anything to lose, because I realize, if you don't have your life, you have nothing. And so I knew that this was what I needed to do from watching them. And a lot of people, and I'm going to say it like this, and I know it sounds weird, but a lot of people don't have the luxury of being in my situation. Seeing people that you love die, and especially die in hospice, which is like, a slow and a lot of times painful death. But the good thing is you get to say goodbye to them. You get to talk to them, tell them how you feel about them. And I was been reading this book, and it's called Wish You Were Here. And it's a fiction book. It's, but this paragraph has been making me think. I read it, I don't know, about 4 days ago. And I'm just going to read it to you. I need my glasses to read it. And it says, in a strange way, being stripped of everything, my job, my significant other, even my clothing and my language, has left only the essential part of me, and it feels more real than everything I have tried to be for years. It's almost as if I had to stop running in order to see myself clearly. And what I see is a person who's been driving toward a goal for so long, she can't remember why she said it in the first place. And if you follow me, you know I've done a lot of stuff, and that's part of like what I've been through, because I don't want life to pass me by. I want to take it all in. I want to learn as much as I can. I don't want to come to the end of my life wondering what if. Sorry. Hazard of being in a truck stop parking lot, sleeping overnight when you're in a van. So I'm titling this, I Have Nothing to Lose, and I want to go back to kind of where I started. Like I said, you've seen me travel, you've seen me do all this, but in the beginning, the whole reason was because I was trying to heal myself. But, when I left, I had 58 followers. I didn't think anybody was going to follow me. And then people started following me. And again, I don't care about the numbers. What I care about is that I get the message out of why I'm doing this, and hopefully inspiring you, especially since you haven't been through what I have, or maybe you have and you truly understand. But when you're trying to, you think making it is a title or something like here, something that's so superficial, and then you get there and you're like, well, what? That's it? That's all there is? And there's so much more to life than that. And so watching her, it just brought me back to where I was with my brother. When my brother passed away, I'm going to be very vulnerable here. So when my brother passed away, he died at home. He was in home hospice, and his wife was taking care of him. And when he passed away, she had waited to call, them to come pick him up, because she called us and said, well, if you want to come over and say goodbye to him, come on over. And so I was actually the first one there, and then her sister showed up, and then it was my mom and my sister Sandy. And Al was sitting in the hospital bed, like right to the right of us. We were at the table, and I remember looking at him, and his eyes were half open, and just with the rest of them, like with Chris, with my dad, and with Frank, that you see how much the body is just a shell. Like I could feel him, but it was so profound that I could see it was just a body that was housing his soul. So, and whatever accolades that he had, he was very smart. He knew fluent Russian. He worked for the government. He lived in Saudi Arabia for a while. He lived in Prague. He did all these things. And at the end, when I was standing there, you realize that all that's left is the love that he gave to me or to others. We didn't say, oh, he knew fluent Russian, or oh, he was this, he was taught at college, and he did all these amazing things. And so, like I said, I have the luxury of knowing this. So I just want to pass it on, because I don't want this YouTube channel to be about money or about numbers or about anything else. I want to take it back to why I started filming myself, which was so my mom could see where I was, and then people started following me. But I think they started following me because that was my journey. It was the journey to healing. And as you can see, I've healed a lot. And I think that because I know that I have them, and I'll tell you something very weird, profound. It was just last week. I was sitting there and all of a sudden on my phone, it came up, it said, Al Tischler on Facebook requested you as a friend. Al's dead. And so I, wrote my sister-in-law and my family, and I said, well, this is what I got. And she looked into it, and I think he had been hacked. But it was just for me, like a reminder, like, he's still there. Like, when that came up, I was like, what? Like, I just felt like he was there. He was just letting me know he was still there. And so, like I said, this is just an extra video because I was watching that. Tiffany thinks. And I've just been thinking, like I said, I don't look at the numbers anymore consciously. Even like you have to cover the screen because when you bring it up, it automatically comes up. So I just cover that part because I don't even want to know, because I want this to be about my healing journey. I want this to be a documentation. So it's not just for you, the followers. This is started out for me and my mom so she could see where I was going, but for me to document my journey in healing and my growth. And you guys have come along for the ride, which I'm very appreciative for. But again, I just want to take it back to the root of this, because I don't want to forget why I started this journey. And and I've gained so much in just this short amount of time. And I never thought that so many people would follow me, but I just hope, really, if anything comes out of this, it's not money, it's not like being famous, or what I mean, YouTube famous, whatever. It's about helping people realize that in the end you have nothing to lose, because we're here to live our lives. Those accolades and those awards that we win and all those other things, and staying in a Pilot parking lot, mean nothing, because then when you come to the end, like I said, when we were sitting at that table, we were sitting around eating pie, and Al was laying there, and we were talking about how funny he was, and how smart he was, and different things that we remembered, specific moments about him, not about the accolades, or do you know what I mean, awards or titles or anything. We didn't sit around saying, hey, can you believe that he made it to, and he wasn't, but I'm just gonna make this up, senior vice president for something, And so I just wanted to give a really heart-to-heart. I used to do these in the beginning, and now that I'm back alone again and on this journey, it's all bringing me back to why I started this. And it was for me and my mom, so she could see where I was, but it was for me to heal. And so if in my healing I can help others, then that's all I care about. I don't care about anything else on this YouTube thing. And I just felt compelled to make a video and put it out tonight and bring it back to what it's really about. I said from the beginning, it's not about the van. It's not about the van. It's about my journey. And I know that they've all been with me on this journey, and they've helped me get through this, and that's helped me heal. And so yeah, I just want to put this out there, and if it helps anybody, it does. And yeah, and I have it for like a diary for myself of what I was thinking this night. It's funny when you make YouTube videos and nobody's watching, you feel like you can like say anything because you know you're just kind of doing it for yourself and you have the videos. But when other people are watching, you know, they have their opinions and they're going to say whatever they want to say, and then that's when it all gets muddled. And that's what happened in the beginning. But like I said, I found myself, I know my core, I know why I'm on this journey. You can come along if you want, you know, you can say, I love it, you know, when people support me, but if you say bad things or, you know, not bad things, but you know what I mean, like not nice things or negative things, it doesn't affect me because I remember now why I've started this, and it's for me. It all started about me healing, but like I said, if I can help anybody else, then that's amazing. It's not about, like I said, anything else other than that. So, okay, I'm gonna stop this now, but I just felt compelled, I don't know, I just felt moved to put this out. So I'm going to, and that's it. All right, okay. I'm gonna go to bed now. All right, I'll see you. You'll get a regular video tomorrow. Okay.